What does the Great Commission look like in your everyday life? We've had so many close-up encounters with the Great Commission as we've walked with people who are living as missionaries, living as ambassadors in the worlds that they live in. And we thought it would be really cool just to highlight some of those for you today. And the great thing is that what we're hoping is that we'll be able to actually get these people to share their stories in depth, in detail, pretty soon.
Yeah.
But
There's a young couple who live in the Wairarapa, and they are in love with Jesus. They're in love with the Great Commission, and they have just come to this point where they're saying, we want to get out on the road, literally, to share the gospel. And so the guy, he loves tramping, and they both love caravanning, so they've actually bought a little caravan. They can tow it around New Zealand, and they're going to walk the Te Araroa Trail. And their goal is not to do the trail. Their goal is to share the gospel.
Yep.
And they literally don't care
Yep.
if they only walk the first 5 yards. It's
they've
about sharing
saved
Jesus.
money
Yeah.
and they're going to spend their savings on this. They're leaving home, they're leaving everything, jobs, and they're going to spend their savings on this. So they will do it for as long as the money lasts. And I mean, we're all going to get behind them and see how much we can help them. But what a beautiful thing. A young family, little baby, toddler.
Yeah. It's that idea of we're passionate about the gospel and sharing the gospel. What do we do in our situation
Yeah.
to really make that work? There's another couple that we're thinking about overseas.
Yeah, well, this other couple, they're in Uganda, in Africa, and so beautiful. We spend time with them probably most months on Zoom. They've learned how to share the gospel, make disciples, having Bible studies with people. And there's a lot going on spiritually, but it was so cool the other day when we were chatting with them, and she said that the Lord had laid on her heart a vision of a way to help the people in the village. She said that the women there, or the families, are poor. They don't have the money for food, for clothing, for medical, for schooling. And oftentimes the women have been abandoned by the husbands and the fathers of their children. So the idea that God gave her was to set up a little cooperative where she could pull together those who were keen. She wanted 50 women to come together and to invest. And they're investing, what was it, the equivalent of
About 50 cents a day,
50
I think.
cents
Yeah.
a day, into a cooperative, into a little fund. And then the idea would be that every month or so, one of the contributors would be given the money to start a small business so that they could then become self-sustaining and they continue to invest back in. Well, within the first week, she had 50 people. I think almost all of them were women. There was a couple of men in there who were also keen to be involved. She had her full quota, and they had started the first business. And
Stunning, eh?
stunning. And
Yeah.
she says, the thing is, she said, we've been sharing Jesus, and we will keep sharing Jesus, but the people need to eat.
It's amazing how she actually had what her skills were and the circumstance, and she walks through both of those to a place where the gospel's shared. There's another lady in Serbia who loves art, is a very good artist, and so she thought, how can I use my art to actually share the gospel? And so she established an art exhibition over Easter time. And when people would come, she would give them Bible verses. She would share the gospel with them. She'd tell them her story about how she met Jesus. And so really simple, using what she already has, where she already is, she's then able to innovate and be able to share the gospel.
Yeah.
Great story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so cool. And you know, we as in our own lives, we're really conscious that we have to just stay so open to what the Holy Spirit's saying in terms of, you know, where do we go? What do we do? What does it look like today in our lives? And it's changing all the time. There's lots of stories. One time recently, actually, we had our baby grandson to look after, and we decided we would take him to the park out in the Hutt Valley to Avalon Park. And we hadn't gone there in years, and I don't know why it came to mind, maybe because we took our kids there, but so we decided to go out there, and our usual pattern would be to be prayerful. You know, what's the divine opportunity to share Jesus when we get somewhere, when we're going somewhere? So we get there and we're at the swing, and we meet a little family right there on the other swing. Their little fella is having a swing. So we start a conversation prayerfully with them. Turns out she's a Christian, and just, needing some help. And he's not a Christian. So we had a great conversation, and then she followed up with us and connected later. And really interesting, she told me some weeks later that just leading up to that time when we'd met them in the park, she had prayed, God, please send me an older woman to disciple me. And ta-da, I'm an older woman. So anyway, we're now discipling them as a family.
Yeah.
And it's you just got to be open and ready, eh?
You do. And there's other stories that we hear too. I'm just thinking of an older couple, retired couple, who said, look, where do we need to go around New Zealand for the sake of the gospel? So they've literally rented their house out. They've moved into another house in New Zealand, and they're getting trained. They're excited. They're such a blessing to us and to many people as they begin sharing Jesus in such a profound way. So we thought we'd just give you a little snippet of some of the things that are going on. And we've actually got some training coming up in the next few weeks where there's about 50 people from around New Zealand coming together. We're going to do the No Place Left training. And that will be absolutely incredible for deepening people's understanding of the gospel and how to have a really simple mission map to get into their mission field. So I know that as we're talking with people at those trainings, there's going to be many stories that will come out, and we're looking forward to sharing those with you. So wonderful being with you. Talk to you soon.
See ya.